Hello, thank you for watching and studying math with me. This video is about numbers. This is considered a review, so the treatment will be high level, but you should read the sections in your book and realize you're responsible for all the content, including the problems. When you're doing the problems, you want to do as many as possible across varying degrees of difficulty, and make sure you address word problems. Life is a word problem. Numbers come to us as percentages, decimals, or fractions. They include integers, 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 3, and so on, and also come as ratios of integers called rational numbers. Previously, you learned that every integer is a rational number. Realize that 4 is the same thing as 4 over 1. But some rational numbers, like 2/3, are not integers. You also learned that every rational number can be expressed as a terminating or repeating decimal and vice versa, but some numbers, like pi and the square root of 2, have decimal expansions that never terminate or repeat. Together, these rational and irrational numbers comprise the real numbers, which are often represented on a number line. Here you see both irrational and rational numbers and an important number called 0, who sits at a point called the origin. We have negative numbers on the left of the origin and positive numbers on the right. Minus 3 is said to be less than minus 1 because it is further left. 2 is said to be greater than 0 because it is to the right of 0. Sometimes we talk about the absolute value of a real number. Here's the symbol, these vertical bars, which means the distance that number is from 0 regardless of the direction. We should also note in passing that there is no real number that can be multiplied by itself with the resulting product being negative. A minus times a minus is going to be a plus. A plus times a plus is going to be a plus, and 0 times 0 is going to be 0. This gives rise to additional numbers called complex numbers, which we will talk about later and are important in electrical theory. A couple of absolute value examples might help. The absolute value of minus 4.2 is just 4.2 because minus 4.2 is 4.2 units from 0. Here we have to do the absolute value first. The absolute value of minus 3/4 is just 3/4, but then we take a minus times 3/4, we get negative 3/4. Similarly, a couple of inequality examples could be covered. Here, minus 5 is less than 4 because minus 5 is to the left of 4 on the number line. Here, 0 is greater than minus 3 because 0 is to the right of minus 3 on the number line. We also have symbols that are greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. And as an example, 7 is equal to 3 plus 4. That means 7 is also less than or equal to 3 plus 4. But also, 3 is less than or equal to 7. Both these statements are true. Every number except 0 has a reciprocal. The reciprocal of a number is 1 divided by that number. This really is a joke. Not even Chuck Norris can divide by 0. Operationally, finding the reciprocal corresponds to inverting the number or turning the number upside down. For example, minus 4 is equal to minus 4 over 1. So the reciprocal is minus 1 over 4. The reciprocal of 3 over 8 is 8 over 3. We will also be considering units. Units matter. This example here had scientists in different places. Some were using feet and others were using meters. This mistake was a $125 million mistake. We will take them seriously in this course. Often we will also have formulas which contain letters representing numbers. These numbers are called literal numbers. Certain literal numbers may take on any allowable value, whereas other literal numbers represent the same value throughout the discussion. These literal numbers may vary in a problem, are called variables. Here, variables are the x and the y, and the literal numbers that are held fixed are called constants, and the constants here are going to be M and B. In class, we will work several more problems from your textbook. Serious students, of course, will want to do more, but for now, remember, time is precious, each day must count. Do the math, it will make you strong. Take care and see you in class.